Hey, what up guys, it's your boy Am, you already know. Right now we're going to continue our Let's Play of 999 for the Nintendo DS. Last time we got into the kitchen, we learned some stuff, pretty much useless trivia, and now we're going to move on with the story. We see here, okay, we got the cooking oil from the pantry, we slipped open the doorknob, and we're now in this frozen, kind of, frozen room? Frozen, like a freezer or something? As Junpei, hold on, I'm busy. As Junpei walked into the room, a blast of cold air washed over him. Almost instinctively, he folded his arms tight across his chest, doing what he could to conserve body heat. Brrr, it's so cold in here. What is this place? Are you blind? It's a freezer. Santa's teeth had already begun to chatter. Hardly surprising, though. The freezer was far too cold for someone dressed as he was. Oh, imagine Lotus. Oh, man. Lotus, however, was in far even worse condition. Or situation, rather. Oh, no way. That's way too cold for me. I'll freeze solid in seconds. Yeah, you freeze your nipples off, you son of a bitch. Anyway, sorry, but I'm afraid I have to pass out on this one. I'm going to leave the rest to you. And with that, she ran out of the room. As Lotus left, June came in. Oh, this has got a sweater. Whoa, it's really cold in here. White puffs of steam hovered in front of their faces as they talked. June had already started to shiver. Wow, already? Must be a really thin sweater or something. I know my cavities are acting up. Man, should I be eating those damn mints? Hey, you don't need to be in here. You had a fever just a little bit ago. You should stay outside. We got this. I got this! Okay, no, I'm fine. My fever's gone now. But Junpei had scarcely opened his mouth when the door slammed. When the thunderous sound of metal upon metal rang out from behind them. In unison, they spun around to find that the door they had only recently come through was closed. Oh, what was that? What was that? What I missed? Junpei's like, June's like, And now, what the fuck? How did the door close by itself? Or did it? Santa's like, And Junpei rushed to the door. Desperately, he grabbed hold of the doorknob. Ow! God damn, that shit's cold! Okay, it was cold. Beyond cold. Merely touching it was painful. Good grief. The doorknob had been frozen solid. He quickly deduced that the pipe next to the door had ruptured. Water released by the rupture had hit the door and frozen instantly. Holy shit. That's not good! Santa shoved Junpei aside and pounded against the door. Hey, Lotus. Yo, I'm busy! Hey, Lotus.
Okay.
You're out there, right? Open the door. She wasted no time in responding. What do you want? What's going on? The door won't open. Try opening it from that side, please. Fine. If you say so. Hold on. Soon they could hear Lotus on the other side of the door. Then the grunting ceased, and they could hear light panting, as if from exertion. It's no use. It won't budge. We've got more people in there. You figure it out. Oh my god, I don't believe this right now. God damn it! Santa was shaking like a newborn deer. Oh wow. June was hugging herself. She was shivering violently. Even Junpei, with the heaviest clothes of any of them, was clearly feeling the cold. With every breath they took, they could feel the cold working its way deeper and deeper into their bodies. Anyway, let's find a way out. If we don't get a movie, we're gonna be permanent residents. Two hands are better than none. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Yeah, you're right. Oh god, this is so hard to do. Let's take a look around from this room, okay? Right. They're pushing close to one another and began to search. Yeah, you gotta stay close, body heat and shit. What's this up there? Oh, let's check this giant, conspicuous freezer over here. Let's take a look around. Oh, we find dry ice. Dry ice? Can't you make that? Can you make that stuff cause an explosion if you seal it in something that's airtight? Explode? Yeah, didn't you do that in school? Well, I never done it in school, but you should never underestimate the power of expanding gas. Well, he's right though. I've seen it happen before. Dry ice. We might be able to cause an explosion if we put it in something airtight and make it melt. I'm glad we have you guys around, because fuck, you guys are fucking brilliant. I would never thought of that in that situation. I would just kick the door down. Trust me, I would have kicked it down. Nah, I'm playing. I would have done something. Junpei picked the dry ice with his sleeves as to avoid burning himself. Dry ice is just frozen. Dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide, right? Yeah, it is. I wonder how warm it has to get. I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into a gas again. Hell if I know. How's that gonna help us anyway? Oh well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here. They were about to move on when June spoke up. Carbon dioxide's sublimation point is negative 109 degrees. Any warmer than that and it will turn into gas. Any lower it becomes a solid. Junpei looked at her, dumbfounded. I don't know how she knows that. How do you know that? Tee. Despite my looks, I'm the queen. Bleh. The queen. Oh, I see. The queen. Bleh. The queen of random knowledge. It looks bad to mess up when you're showing off. Oh yeah. Well, can you blame her? It's like cold in here. Oh, you're so cold. Your mouth's going numb. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. You sound fucking German now. You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you? June giggled and did her best to hide her guilt. At least he was feeling good enough to joke around, Junpei told himself. Come on, guys. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I wonder why it doesn't just turn into a liquid first. That is fucking weird, and I haven't figured it out yet. Well, more than likely I figured it out, but it's just a little puzzling, you know? It's so strange. Santa was now shivering at an astounding rate, but his curiosity seemed unaffected. Junpei, however, was not in the mood to discuss science. He wanted out of the freezer now. What do you think, guys? Should we get out of the freezer now, or should we see what's going on here? Actually, I'm a bit curious myself, and I want you guys to understand part of this scene as well. This seemed rather odd to Junpei, and he couldn't help but think about it. June answered. But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns into a liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere normal air pressure, it won't turn into a liquid, right? That's right. I love how they can talk normal again. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating and change immediately from a solid state to a gaseous one. See, that is weird. Water is a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't it that case for carbon dioxide? June replied with an answer that stunned both of them. There's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees. Huh? I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees. Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees? Blasphemy! You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees? Yeah. Well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees. That is fucking outstanding. I can't believe that. Water that freezes at 96 degrees. Ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees. Junpei was cold as hell, but this was far too interesting to ignore. He did his best to warm up by rubbing his arms, stamping his feet, then putting the question to June. So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called? It's called Ice 9. Oh my god, of course. Ice 9! And the music. Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists. And well, actually, this is actually fiction, but it is a theory, and I think it's been like partly proven right. And it first started out as a theory from a book made by an American author called Kurt Vonnegut, and it pretty much states that Ice 9 is a polymorph of water, and it's just one of the elements that the book talks about. The novel's called Cat's Cradle, by the way. I think it's his 4th book in the series, so yeah, go check it out if you can. Well, that's pretty much the whole gist of the story. There's still more research going on about it, and as again, the morphogenetic field, there's still research on that, truthfully, and I'll get into more detail on that later when the time gets right. Anyway, like I said, if the ice line is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid. If it's under that, it'll solidify. So you can think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds and graphite. They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different. So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that? Yep. She wasn't finished. Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years after the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it, and did all sorts of things to it. But whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920, the roaring 20s, some glycerin that was en route to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Naturally, scientists worldwide wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and began asking samples for the seed. The seed is, of course, a sample of the original crystallized substance. With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be a simple matter. However, something very strange happened. Oh, nice. Little atom molecule shaped thing. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystal begin to crystallize, nearby samples did as well. It didn't end there. After that day, all glycerin in the world began to crystallize naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun, it was almost like, how do I put it? It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating. Communicating in some way that we can't sense. Junpei was honestly impressed. Shit. I've never tried this before. I'm gonna try it. This actually has... Well, I'm not gonna ruin anything. You guys will find out on your own. Was kind of annoyed. Let's try this. I never tried it. Was kind of annoyed. June was nice, but he'd heard enough of the ridiculous stories. So all of a sudden, a substance began to crystallize without a seed crystal. This kind of reminds me of Tales of Phantasia. Thanks to Water Exodus, he finished his Tales of Phantasia Let's Play, and this seed crystal reminds me of the mana crystal from Daos, or Daos, however you want to call it. Well, let's not get into that. That seemed unlikely. No, impossible. In fact, it was utterly ridiculous. Even so, Junpei couldn't help but ask, what does that have to do with Ice 9? To his surprise, it was Sana and not June who answered. What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean? A lot like? That wouldn't be bad. If water everywhere started freezing 96 degrees, man, it'd be at the end of the world. Oh man. Fuck, it'd be the end of the universe and not the end of the world, fuck. Alright, I'm just playing. Junpei felt Santa might not be treating the idea of the end of the world with proper concern. At any rate, we're not gonna have to try to end. Oh shit. At any rate, we're not gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick. He was right. Junpei shivered. Alright guys, I think that's enough of that. I think we get quite this far off topic. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic. I mean, I'm kinda at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. Seriously. I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland. Oh, I freaking hate the cold. So let's get cracking, alright? Alright, let's get cracking. Ah, that was weak. We gotta find a way out of here. Okay, Santa stumped off, clearly doing his best to pretend cold wasn't affecting him. Selfish, isn't he? Thought Junpei to himself. Still, Santa was right, and it was high time they got back to their research. The story of Ice 9 had him interested, but there'd be time to think about that once they had gotten out of the freezer and into the frying pan. Okay, shut up with that Final Fantasy X joke, seriously. Junpei looked at June, nodded, and resumed his search of the room. Alright, we're not done here. We gotta search. We have about 2 minutes left. And now, thankfully, the longest of the scene is over with. A frozen chicken! Yo, don't get me hungry right now, game. I'm not even kidding you. It's really hard. That's literally what she said. I can't believe it. It's frozen stiff. Okay, enough of these sexual innuendos. Hey, June, can you say that again? Eh? Say it again. It's really hard. Oh my god. Again. It's really hard. Thanks. Something wrong, Junpei? Come on, Sad. I thought you would catch on to that. Your face is bright red. Nothing. I'm fine. Niggas got a hard on. If it's that hard, you can probably use it as a hammer. Yo, stop! Just stop. Yeah, good point. What? Do they know what I'm talking about? What the fuck? Maybe we can use it to break something. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. This game right here. I would eat this chicken. I don't give a fuck, man. My mouth will be watering that shit right there at that point. That'd be warm enough to melt that chicken. Like, seriously. Let's look at this. There's some frozen meat up there. Looks like pork. Oh, I hate pork. Oh, what's this? It looks like a tag or something. A chunk of pork. I hate pork so much. Well, it's not a bad... it just tastes... I don't know what it is about pork that I hate. It just tastes disgusting. Junpei, there's a slip of paper in that meat. There's a... Okay, hold on. I think there's something written on here. But I can't read like this. Oh, we're gonna have to find out next time, guys, because we're running out of time. So anyway, check y'all out. Like anyone cares about that fucking shit. Just end the damn video.